Hello and welcome to another episode of Hessy and Maven. I'm Justin.
Raymond.
And this week's episode, we decided to talk a little bit about sports in kind of in a broad umbrella term, but kind of, the World Cup just ended.
Mm-hmm.
Viva la Argentina.
Viva la Argentina.
Feeling very good about it. Congratulations, the Argentinian.
Yeah, this is like the first time that the team I wanted to win won.
It was big.
And it's the only time that it really mattered. So
Yeah, and it was huge. It was the final.
Mm-hmm.
It was, like, with hindsight,
Mm-hmm.
it was a great final to watch.
Yeah.
Because our team won.
Yes.
No offense to France as a country.
There was so much
stress.
stress.
Mbappe. Raven hates Mbappe.
I hate him.
It's so funny. Anyway, but yeah, we're just gonna talk about a bunch of different sports stuff, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, it's interesting because sports, like playing sports,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a sports girly. I'm not athletic. I'm not into, like, go team.
Yeah.
Like, I hate sports. Gym
Right.
class, nightmare. Sports teams, nightmare. I don't want to go to the basketball court. I hate baseball. But I can watch some soccer.
I was surprised that we were able to get you into it. Like, I was fully prepared. Let me ask you this. Did your, like, perception and enjoyment change through the World Cup? Like, when it first started and me and Mom were like, hey, we're taking over the TV, we're watching the World Cup. Were you like, I'm going to chill in my room?
Not really, only because I remember the World Cup from the last time it was on. And I remember, like, you and Mommy being pumped for it.
Yeah.
And I very much like the idea of rooting for countries. I think
It's fun.
That pulls my enjoyment of the World Cup more.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a little bit harder if you and Mommy were like, we're really fucking pumped. It's going to be Barcelona versus Manchester United. And I'd be like,
oh, man, I would kill to see that match.
I don't know if that's real, if those people fight each other,
things.
but
Not often, because they're not in the same leagues.
Yeah.
One is an English league, the English Premier League, and the other one is in La Liga in Spain.
Yeah.
But there is a time when that happens.
Oh.
When the best of the best of European leagues fight each other.
Yeah.
In a cage match
of
soccer.
It's
football.
just like, that is a little bit harder. Like, I don't really know who to root for. I don't care that much. But I like the World Cup because I will fully and wholly dedicate myself to one country, and then I will hate the other country. And it makes it fun.
Yeah.
For me. Which I don't know why I, like, make a deal out of, like, the smaller soccer, because, like, I've gotten into NFL before, and they're not countries.
No.
I just pick who I'm going to root for.
But they're also, like, cities. And I mean, obviously Barcelona is a city, and, like, Manchester is a section of England. But I can understand, because there's also, like, Manchester City and Manchester United.
Yeah.
It can be a little confusing. And then, like, the reason I want to actually start getting into club soccer, which is
so
what,
you can
what
bond
we're
with
talking
John
about.
Green.
Yes, always and forever. Shout out John Green. But it's also just because I like the idea of watching, like, all these incredible players be on one team together.
Yeah.
Like Lionel Messi and Kylian Mbappe play for the same team.
Yeah.
I think that's crazy. It would be wild to watch them play.
I've seen so many TikToks of, like, POV, like, you're Lionel Messi walking into the locker room on Monday morning for your match with whatever team they're on.
Yeah, PSG.
And he just walks in, he's like, morning. It's like...
Gutiérrez, hello. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I mean, it was a great World Cup. It was a lot of fun. Shout out big time to Morocco. Man, they made their whole fucking continent proud.
Yeah.
And,
really
like,
did.
ethnically, the Arab nation, if you will. It was incredible to see. It was so cool.
I was rooting for them.
The other thing I watched a TikTok on it last night. There are, like, a handful of players who play so much better when they're on their national team than they do when they're on their club team. And I find that really interesting and kind of cute.
It gives you, like,
you're like, oh,
I'm playing for my country right now. Like, it lights a fire underneath them, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
which I think is awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Because it's not, and when we say fighting for your country, or playing for your country, rather,
yeah,
it's like you're not, because I think this was the case with like the Iranian team.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you're supporting the government and like their decisions. It's like you're fighting for the people of your country.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like
the people in your country who are like huge soccer fans. So
exactly.
Like, I have to
which like in other countries everyone is.
Yeah.
Like in America, soccer is super popular for kids.
Yeah.
Everyone who has kids
like
at some point is going to be like, yeah, my kid's playing soccer. Blah,
yeah.
Blah. And then they almost like grow out of it.
Yes.
And then they go into other sports.
It's a weird phenomenon.
It is a weird phenomenon, and I think it's so stupid. I genuinely
You think that happens because it's like, it's just like a sport that is compatible with little kids? Because you can't start a little kid out in like football. You could do like wiffle ball.
I think it's because it's a low cost of entry. It has a low barrier of entry.
Yeah.
You really just like, you could play soccer with your kid in the yard.
Yeah.
And all you need is a ball.
Yeah.
You don't even need a goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Put 2 sticks.
In theory, you could play by yourself.
Yeah.
And like if you had like a wall, like a cement wall, you could play soccer by yourself.
Yeah, that's fair.
So it's like, I think that's also why I think it's popular across the world, because you can be in like an impoverished community where whatever. You don't even need shoes technically.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, it can get more expensive when you're like really in it, because like cleats can be really expensive. And if you get like a super nice soccer ball. Mm. But other than that, I mean, you play for a rec team. You have to maybe put up for like a jersey or something.
Yeah.
Or travel to go play other teams and stuff. But other than that, it's not like hockey is so much more expensive.
Oh,
football
for sure.
So much more expensive. American football.
There's a lot of shit that goes into it.
There's so much more equipment.
Yeah.
Tennis rackets are fucking crazy expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've spent way more money on tennis rackets than I ever have on cleats.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think that's a big reason.
Yeah.
Because of how easy it is to start playing soccer.
Yeah. It was fun to watch, too.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it.
Plus, they get tired, and it's a little bit easier to understand. It has basketball vibes when it comes to, like, how easy it is to sort of understand. Whereas, like, football, like American football, you have to be like, okay, so you're going to throw the ball, and then this person's going to run over here. But, like, you're lining up here, and the other team's lining up here, and you need to try and stop them and do this, and go over here, and he'll throw it to you, and you go over here and run that way and pretend like he's going to throw it to you, but we're probably not going to throw it to you. Like, it's just like all the plays, and I don't even know, because I've never played competitive other than like with friends, like touch football or tackle football, like just with friends randomly or gym class. I've never played American football, so I don't even know Pee Wee League and all that little stuff. Like I don't even know how much they teach you in the beginning.
They tried to make us play football once in high school gym. And I couldn't believe it. And the day that it was like announced, like we're gonna be playing fucking football, like, oh, sorry, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And your only other option to not play was to jog laps around the field, which is what I did. And I didn't jog; I shuffled.
Yeah. Because I
wasn't about to play football.
Interesting. Gym is interesting. Because you and I had very different experiences just because of our competitiveness and or athleticism.
Yeah, and also in middle school, I hated gym so much. I talked very openly about how I hated gym. Mm-hmm. And then Tony was like, listen, don't even worry about it. When you get to high school, gym has electives. You can pick, like, yoga. You could pick nature walking.
Go to the weight room.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You pick an elective. You fucking, it's so easy. Yeah. And then I get to high school, and they're like, we canceled the electives.
We're not doing electives anymore.
We're not doing electives.
Which is a real shame. Because
we're doing plain gym class.
Yeah, that sucks for you. Because not only did it make it better for people who were in your camp of thinking, but it also made it better for people in my camp of thinking, too, because now I don't have to have, with all due respect, I don't have to have Raven on my team who
doesn't want to be there.
Doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And like doesn't want to try.
Yeah.
It would be one thing if you were on our team and you were like, I genuinely want to get better at volleyball.
Yeah.
Like, help me learn.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And then you'd be surprised how, like, at least in my class, how many people would be like, okay, Raven, when you're setting the ball, do it like this, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But like when the ball comes to you and you're just like, and you just like half step out of the way and let it hit the ground and we lose a point, that used to infuriate me.
That I never did. Whenever I was forced,
so competitive.
Whenever I was forced to play with everyone else, like volleyball, when I was forced to like, you're on a team and you're gonna play, I did try. Like if it came at me, I would try to like hit it like this or like this or whatever. I tried. But I would never get it. It would go 500 yards the other way or over there or straight above my head. And then I'd be like, well, I don't know what to do now. And I always went up to the super athletic kids and was like, listen, if you really care about this, you'll jump in front of me at every chance.
Yeah.
Don't pretend I'm not even there. It's an empty space on your team.
Yeah.
That can't play.
That's sad. Yeah.
But I hated it. I hated gym so much. Me and my friends would walk in and the gym teachers would call us the A team.
Which is like such a
pompous
thing to do.
We hated it. I sat out of everything. I sat out of running laps like around the track.
You got really good grades like me, except for gym.
But I passed.
Oh, of course.
Which is all I cared about.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be able to do that because for some reason PE counts as a normal grade. And it was like, no. I have to get straight A's.
I don't really know how I passed, if I'm being honest, because I sat out of almost everything my senior year.
I think it's because they realized that it's like not that important. Like I'm all for physical health. Like I agree that PE should be a thing.
Yeah.
But I think, especially at Central, I think they're kind of like, well, it's not like we're really overseeing this.
Yeah.
We're just letting the gym teachers do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
But
I think I got like 80s, like consistent 80s.
Yeah. Dude, I used to come in from outside sometimes playing football or rugby or handball, soccer, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Covered in mud and blood and fucking scrapes and scratches. Like, we went so hard. It was like a life or death. Like, it was just, it would ruin your day. Yeah. Later on, and I've always been competitive. I remember playing soccer in recess in elementary school, and in 4th grade getting in trouble for cursing because I was cursing at kids. Yeah, and then getting in fucking fist fights with kids. I got in a fight with Jason Foley. It was like Jason Foley was a new student, and I got in a fight with him, and that's how we became friends, actually.
Wow.
Because I hit him with, like, this part of my fist on his ear. And he was like, that's not how you punch.
Oh, my God.
And he, like, taught me how to punch. And I was like, okay, thanks. And we became friends because I did so little damage to him.
Watching, like, this much soccer in this span of time and seeing, like, it's just a bunch of grown men just, like, interact with each other and, like, try to shove each other with the most force possible without getting fouled.
Yeah.
Watching them, like, when they do fight, like the Argentina-Netherlands game, when there were, like, fights.
Yeah.
It was so embarrassing. Like, the secondhand embarrassment was so real. Like, just seeing them, like, get in each other's face and talk, like, nose to nose.
Oh, yeah.
It made, like, I wanted to just be like, you're embarrassing yourself. Yeah.
Listen, man. Yeah.
Like,
I like wonder what they say to each other
like,
sometimes too. Like,
be quiet.
it's crazy.
Just play the game. Like all your teammates are like, we have to go get John. He's nose to nose with the goalie.
He's doing the nose dance. Like, no, I know. It's so interesting. I can imagine where that comes from though. Just being a highly competitive person myself.
Yeah.
Who like hates to lose. I'm like quick to. In those moments, I'm like quick to anger. Yeah. And like, oof. And I also like, you see the game, like you see when one player gets like fouled repeatedly, like at one point you're going to snap and be like,
Yeah.
It's going to be so hard for you not to, at the minimum, put your hands on somebody's chest.
Yeah. What, because you're mad that the other person is getting fouled?
Or, no. You're mad that you're getting fouled over and over and over again by the other team, and the ref isn't giving out yellow cards, and, like, at some point you're going to be like, what the fuck is going on?
Okay, I think I've been confused by this. If I get fouled...
Yes.
And I play for Argentina.
Yeah, I slide tackle you. And I do it in a way where I don't hit the ball first. I'm not even going for the ball. I'm just trying to trip you.
So that means you did something wrong.
Yes.
That
I get fouled.
Verbiage makes no sense to me.
What do you mean? You get fouled. I fouled you.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I feel like if I get fouled, I committed a foul.
No.
So I've been confused this entire World Cup.
You get murdered. I murdered you. I fouled you. You see? Think of it like that. I robbed you. I picked your pocket. You understand?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Okay. So if I get fouled, someone did something mean to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a crime. It's a crime.
Yeah. It doesn't.
I did a crime.
I haven't been able to follow that the whole time.
Yeah.
Because every time I hear like, oh, they got fouled, I'm like, oh, they committed a foul.
No.
They did a bad thing.
No.
Interesting.
John got murdered. You don't think John did a murder?
Yeah, I didn't think of it in the context of murder at the time.
No, and why would you, to be fair? I thought of that analogy just now, and it really works.
It does work.
Because it is kind of a crime in a soccer sense.
Yeah, it does work. So now I understand. But yeah, it is really embarrassing to watch grown men fight. The Argentina-Netherlands game was absolutely wild.
Yeah, I was surprised that you were watching it.
I wanted to see it. Like, I keep seeing TikToks about it and, like little things. Like, I keep seeing TikToks of Lionel Messi yelling at that pug-faced Netherlands coach.
Yeah. I forget what his name is, like Devard or something. It's like Aardvark.
Yeah. Who deserves it.
Yeah, a terrible person.
But
I hate him.
And then just, like, all the madness of, like, the teams just, like... the two teams like coming at each other when the one guy kicked the ball into the bench,
which was crazy on his part. Shouldn't
have
done that the way that he did.
When that happened, the announcers were like, and he kicked right into the bench. I mean, he's a new player, John, so I mean he'll learn from this, but what are you gonna do? Like, they were so chill. I was expecting what is he doing?
The whole thing was crazy because like one player fouled another player, I forget who to who, and then the Argentinian player kicked it out of bounds. Yeah. And then I think it was Van Dijk or somebody
the really tall one and just
comes over and just body checks the Argentinian player. Also,
slammed him with his chest. He went flying.
The announcers kept saying Argentine.
Yeah, they did.
As opposed to Argentinian, which is what I've been saying this whole
Me
podcast.
Too.
Argentine.
I've been saying Argentinian my whole life.
I'll have to speak to somebody from Argentina and get their take on it.
Yeah.
Or just fucking
I've never heard Argentine before.
Yeah, I don't love
this World Cup.
The way it sounds in my mouth.
Yeah.
But anyway, you said before we started recording that you had some questions.
I do. These are not sports related.
Oh, okay. Let's take a little sports break.
Okay.
And ask me these
questions. Just some things I thought about yesterday.
Okay.
I saw a TikTok of what looks like a volleyball practice where two players on the one side are
8 feet tall.
Are 8 feet tall.
Yeah, I saw that.
So my question to you is, what is the first thing you would do if you woke up tomorrow morning and you were 8 feet tall? Would anything change for you?
I would go to the doctor, first of all, and I'd be like, what's happening to me?
And your doctor was like, you're 8 feet tall now.
You're just 8 feet tall.
Good luck.
I'd be worried that my life expectancy would have dropped significantly because tall people die faster.
Yeah. Sorry, tall people.
No offense. Just statistically speaking.
Yeah.
8 feet is too tall. I'd be furious.
Okay.
8 feet is way too tall.
You could probably become TikTok famous for it.
I'm 5 foot 9 3/4, maybe 5'10". It's been a long time since I've
checked your height.
Measured my height.
Yeah.
The most I would ever want to be is 6 foot.
Yeah.
I don't need to be any taller than that. I don't play any sports or anything, and it's not necessarily because of my height or lack thereof. But if I was 8 feet tall, I mean, I guess it would make me skinnier because it would stretch me out in a certain way. But I mean, Yeah, in reality, if I was 8 feet tall, I hate basketball. I don't want to play basketball. Maybe volleyball. Maybe I'd get into volleyball. I think that was the dogs.
Interesting. You'd go right for a sport. I follow.
I'm just there's the only this. Literally, height has zero bearing on anything other than sports. And maybe modeling, because that's like a stupid fucking thing that I don't know if they still even care about that, because I know it depends on the modeling agency.
Yeah.
Like if you're a Victoria's Secret angel, yeah, you're tall and you're stick fucking thin.
Yeah.
Which, no offense to those girls, they seem like nice people.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Yeah.
It's not for me.
Yeah, 100%.
I think I would rather see Ashley Graham walk down a fucking runway personally.
I know.
I mean, shit, I'd rather watch Lizzo go down a runway, even though, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm getting off track.
I see TikToks from this guy all the time who is like, has like 1 million followers on TikTok, and all he does is go places and post his, like, he has like I think he wears a GoPro on his head.
Oh, I've seen those.
And it's like his point of view, and he's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
And that's all he's TikTok famous for.
Yeah, I guess.
Like, you could do that.
But would I?
It's easier than getting into volleyball randomly at 32.
Well, hey, don't step on my hypothetical dreams.
Just saying.
I like volleyball.
Okay.
It's like one of those things during the Olympics that I like really look forward to. Especially...
When is the next Olympics?
No idea, actually. I'll look it up.
I am excited for the Women's World Cup in July.
God, I can't freaking wait.
I'm excited to pick my countries and root for them. And you did make me cognizant of the fact that the United States has won the Women's World Cup 3 times in a row. Mm-hmm. Which makes me feel like I might not root for them. Because I don't think that's fair. Give somebody else a chance.
Interesting.
Yeah. I want everyone to have a chance.
It's looking like the next Summer Olympics are in Paris.
What year?
2024.
Oh, okay.
So
we've got a smidgen of
Like
time.
a year and a half. Very exciting though. I honestly, the thing I'm most excited for, realistically, is just the fact that I'm so excited for the Women's World Cup, but it's also like on the other side of the fucking globe. So
yeah, it is.
I'm so excited to watch it, and I'm going to watch every single fucking game, but...
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I would also, if what I'm about to say was the women's version of the World Cup, I'd be more excited. Because then at least USA has a fucking chance.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm so excited for 2026 when the FIFA World Cup comes to America.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
It's being held in Canada, America, and Mexico across the continent. And there are going to be games in Boston, Philadelphia, and on the website it says New York/New Jersey. And honestly, that low-key pisses me off. Because high-key pisses me off because it's not New York. They're going to have them probably in North Jersey.
At MetLife? Probably. Yeah.
Because America has the, like, unlike Qatar, who had to, like, build 1 million stadiums.
We
already have 1 million gigantic stadiums that can fit thousands of people, you know? Like, I can't imagine that we're going to use that much money to build this infrastructure and stuff like that. Yeah. Probably a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I worked at MetLife one time.
I know, for a Giants draft thing. I know, I remember.
Yeah. It solidified me not pursuing a career in sports.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the right move for you.
I'm looking at the countries that will be playing in the Women's World Cup.
Yes.
It's exciting. A lot of them are the same from the Men's World Cup. Like Australia, Norway. Did Norway play?
No.
In the Men's World Cup? Oh, so Norway, that's exciting.
They didn't qualify.
Canada, Spain, United States, but Japan. This gives us another chance to root for Japan and South Korea because they're both included.
Ooh, here's the thing, though. Japan and USA in the women's side have huge rivalries. Oh. They do not like each other. Yeah, it's big.
Interesting.
Yeah, very big.
Like the players don't like each other, or the coaches, or we just...
It's like the teams. Like I'm talking kind of more like heady. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was a time when Japan knocked out USA, and ever since it's been like this rivalry of like when they play, it gets nuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's some cute countries like Ireland, Nigeria, Zambia.
Oh, Zambia.
Vietnam, Sweden, South Africa.
I realized that.
China is included here, which is exciting. I was surprised they weren't in the Men's World Cup. Jamaica, which is exciting. Italy is in this one.
Oh, thank gosh. That did make me sad. That Italy wasn't in
Switzerland. Colombia. So there's some cute people for me to root for.
Yeah.
I'm very excited, funny. Yeah.
That's very fun. I mean,
Germany, Argentina.
Brazil's a really good team.
I think I will be fond of Argentina also because I grew so fond of them during this World Cup.
Did you say Canada? Like, is Canada in it? Canada's a really good team.
Excuse me.
For women's. Canada, Japan, Brazil. I wonder if Marta is playing. Marta is this player. No, it's a single player on Brazil.
Oh.
You know how like a lot of the Brazilians have like one name?
Yes.
Marta.
Got it.
Watch out for her. And like to be fair, she looks like mom's age.
Wow.
But like you'd never know it when you see it. You see a blur of yellow run across the screen like such a badass.
I keep seeing my TikTok For You page is filled with soccer things right now, which is fine. But every time it's a soccer player that I've decided I don't like, it annoys me, and I have to skip through it really fast so I don't see more of them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people on my TikTok For You page are very enamored with Neymar.
Oh, yeah.
Who I am not enamored with.
Yeah.
So he keeps popping up.
Neymar's like, controversial.
I get it. I see the videos of him talking to the sick kid who's like, can you do this dance when you score a goal? And then everyone does the dance. I get it. I don't like him.
I know. I want to learn more about him. I think that a documentary about him came out and I wanted to watch it. And it's weird because the documentary has like a picture of Neymar and like half of his face is painted, not like literally, but it's graphics. Makes it look like overlaying his face is a picture of the Joker. And then like the other side I think is supposed to be either it's just Neymar or it's Batman, I forget.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to show like that he's like
very controversial.
This bad boy. Like he's like this football playing bad boy. So I'm like interested in watching it because I know that he has like a interesting story of his trajectory of how he started soccer, like very similar to like Lionel Messi or like even like a Luka Modric.
Yeah.
From
him I like. No smugness. From
Croatia. But yeah, I just think it's really cool to see that stuff. Did you see the video I sent you on Lionel Messi and his wife?
Yes.
And how they've been together. They've known each other since they were 9 years old.
Yes.
So cute.
So cute. He said it was love at first sight. And they're still together. Cute. I know. She's gorgeous.
That. She's so pretty.
She's so pretty. I saw a TikTok of, this is going to be a Lionel Messi Stan account.
Yeah.
Stan podcast because I have fallen in love with him. I'm on the train.
So much, yeah.
I hopped right on the train. I don't care. I saw a clip of him a while ago getting interviewed, and the guy's like, you've probably seen it, but the guy's like, this is a red ribbon from my mom. I carry it around for good luck. Like, I wanted you to have it because I want you to have this good luck. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. Like, great. And then, like, years go by, I think, and then he plays in some game or whatever and then gets interviewed again by the same guy.
Oh, wow.
And the guy's like, I don't know if you remember, but I talked to you, like, a couple years ago, and I gave you, like, my mom's red ribbon for good luck. And he goes, no, yeah. And he pulls his sock, and he's got the ribbon tied around his ankle. And the interviewer's like, you're lying. You didn't have that on for the game. And he's like, yeah, I did. It's right. I've had it on there. It's right there. And the interviewer goes, oh my God. And he looks to the camera and he goes, Mommy, he's wearing the ribbon. Messi wore the ribbon. And you're just like goosebumps watching this thing. And I just saw
my God, so sweet.
A picture taken in the locker room after they won the World Cup, and he has his socks off and he's got the red ribbon around his ankle. Like, come on. Are you kidding? Like,
oh my God, he's such a good person.
He's such a good person.
I love him so
I was
much.
like crying. I was like, oh my God, he's still got the red ribbon.
Yeah.
That man's mommy is so happy. Like, how he literally could not be cuter. And I was just so stoked for him that, like, all the articles are like, he did it. Like, he achieved everything he needed to achieve. Like, he's got like a fucking legendary career.
The only thing that Messi didn't have on his like checklist of professional soccer was bringing Argentina a World Cup victory.
Yeah.
And that was the only thing that was keeping his name out of like it was the only argument that people had, and I think it's honestly a dumb argument. I think he's already better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And everybody.
Yeah.
I think he's the best soccer player in the world right now, and I think maybe ever.
Yeah.
You can look at different statistics and stuff like that. I think that there's different time periods when soccer has changed.
Yeah.
So it's like to compare him to like Pele or Maradona is just different. It's a different time period. It's like trying to compare, you know, LeBron James or Steph Curry to like Dr. J or Magic Johnson or something like that. It's like, well, they didn't play together and the game evolves.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the game is slightly different now than it was then.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But
yeah, no, 100%.
Regardless. I also love Lionel Messi. Just because of his character.
I did like join his team of fans during this World Cup. I was so happy for him, and I kept seeing like, I don't know if it's real, obviously I can't confirm, but I saw so many videos of like quotes from his teammates, and they said stuff like, we play for the flag, but we play for him. And, like, one of them was like, I would die for him. Like, and it was like, oh, my God, like, they love him.
Yeah.
You know who the teammates aren't dying for? Mbappe. Yeah.
I saw one thing that was, like, it was about Messi, and it was just talking about, like, they were in the locker room, and they were like, when Messi starts to speak, everybody shuts up. And it even had, like, the president of Argentina was in the locker room at that time, and he was like, I was like, zip lip, okay.
Yeah.
The guy talk. The coaches, the managers, everybody just shuts the fuck up, and you listen to Messi speak, and whatever he's got to say is probably more important and more insightful than anything you're thinking.
It's cute, because I saw so many videos where he's described as shy. Like, a bunch of, like, announcers were describing him as, like, a shy player.
Yeah.
And he, like, I watched so many clips of him getting interviewed, and he just kind of stands there, like, holding... Hey! Oh, sorry, you're going to hear some dog friskiness.
Olive is incredibly frisky, and she just... went for JoJo.
He, like, while he's getting interviewed, he just, like, stands there, like, holding his hands. He's just, like, chill, like, listening, and he's, like, so... I don't know. The vibes are immaculate.
He comes across very humble.
Yes.
Except when he's on the soccer field. That's the other thing I like about him is how he can turn it on and turn it off in a way. Because when he's on the soccer field, you can't be too humble in a sport. While you're playing the sport.
Yeah.
I mean. So it's like, you have to kind of like be able to be like, because if you're too humble, then like when you're going one-on-one with a player, you're going to be like, I don't know. I don't think I can really take this person on. They're probably better than me. Like, no, you need to have the confidence to be like, I'm going to fucking dribble circles around this dude.
Yeah.
And he does. And it's amazing.
The reason that the vibes are immaculate is because he's probably thinking that, and he does dribble circles around people, and he is so successful and fantastic, but it's not written all over his face.
Right.
The players who I hate, it's written all over their face. They have these, like, smug smirks, and they just, like... The energy around them is just like, that was fucking easy. Like, you didn't even challenge me.
Right.
And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, whereas with him and with, like, any other of the players I decided I liked, they're like, I feel like their energy is like, you did, good job. Good job. I did score.
Yeah.
But you did good.
We also loved Sun from South Korea.
Yes.
We're big fans.
Yes. I do like him a lot. I was really rooting for South Korea.
Yeah.
I will root for them in the Women's World Cup also.
Yeah. I'm just excited to watch the World Cup. It's the one time where I can root for USA and feel really good about it. And, like, feel like I have a chance, I mean.
Yeah.
And I just love the U.S. women's national team. I love them so much.
The video you sent me.
I miss Abby Wambach.
Of the U.S. women's national team with all the players that I remember you loving. None of them play anymore, right?
Some of them do. Megan Rapinoe still plays.
Oh, really? For the U.S. team?
Yeah. I think Alex Morgan still plays.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if Carly Lloyd still does. Abby Wambach is the one that definitely does not.
Yeah. She was older, right?
She was the older player on the team.
Yeah.
Hope Solo doesn't play anymore.
Yeah. It was cool watching her be the goalie in that clip you sent because I only know her as someone who doesn't play anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I knew of her existence after she stopped playing soccer. So to watch her actually be the goalie was cool.
It's a shame. I remember loving Hope Solo. Especially, I mean,
how can you not love someone with that name?
It's easy to love the women's national team because 99% of them are so pretty.
Yeah.
And then I like strong, powerful women.
Yeah.
So fucking forget about it.
Yeah.
And Hope Solo's taller than me and probably bigger than me. So I was just hell yeah.
Yeah.
But then I remember there being some controversy around her. There was some stuff that came out. I can't remember everything. I remember that she made some insensitive, borderline prejudicial, kind of racist, I think. But it's so long that I don't want to overspeak, but it had something to do with the Zika virus, the mosquitoes spread in Africa or something.
She made some comments.
Yeah, something stupid, and it was just okay, well, that was fucking rude.
Famous people just cannot stop themselves from making stupid comments.
Yeah, seriously.
Sometimes do you ever just see a famous person just talk about something and you're like, just shut your mouth.
Have you seen Kanye West?
Why did you even talk?
I'm well aware. There's so many people like that. But yes, I know what you mean. Anyway, let's get back to it. Did you have that other question?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. Take another sports break.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you know, my boss at work is leaving. Today's her last day.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize this.
And we got her a card yesterday, good luck on your future, goodbye, we'll miss you, whatever card.
Yeah.
And I asked one of my coworkers to sign it so that we could all sign it. And she said, this is what she said, and I am asking because I want your thoughts on it. She said, I'd prefer not to sign it because she didn't tell me to my face that she was leaving.
Suck it up. Yeah.
Right?
That you're literally just signing your name.
Just sign your name.
Just sign your name.
You don't have to write a message.
It's low-key meaningless. Just sign your name.
It's so stupid. Just sign your name.
Yeah. It's a fucking card.
I know! She told me that, and I was like, what? Just sign it. Who cares?
Who cares?
I thought it was so stupid.
Yeah, I think that's stupid.
Yeah. I'm glad you agree.
I think, yeah. Let's be honest. Cards are cards. They're not, nothing.
She's going to look at it and be like, thanks, and then go home and throw it in the garbage.
100%. Here's the difference. My friend Allie, when she sends me a card, it is on paper that she made. She has made her own paper.
Yeah.
And then writes me a small letter.
Yeah.
And that's the card.
Yeah. That you keep.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you send me a card, it's a funny card. It's one of those $7 very funny. I don't have any around here.
I try to be very
mostly
particular.
on my thing, but yeah.
About
the one that was about the Oregon Trail, and it was if you were on the Oregon Trail, you would die of dysentery. And I was sick. Thanks, Raven. It was but happy birthday. And I was this is a great card. This is a funny card. I like it. I like this card. Those are good cards.
Yeah.
But
my friend
when
Teresa.
You just send a really generic, I'm in a fucking gas station. Not a gas station, but I'm in a pharmacy.
Yeah. I'm
getting something else, and then I'm oh, that's right. It's so and so's.
Right.
And you just pick out, you go to the birthday section, and you're
Yeah.
He likes cats, I guess.
Yeah.
You just get this thing, and it's like
it doesn't matter.
And you just sign. You put the person's name at the top, and you put your name. And you go, all right, happy birthday.
Yep.
Hope you have a good one.
Yeah.
Or something. Who cares?
Exactly. It doesn't matter.
I'm all like, and I'm all for like it's the thought that counts.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll text you and say thank you for the card and everything like that. But I mean, you got to write a little bit more.
Yeah.
And if it's like a group card like that, where you're really not writing that much, it's like you're just putting your name. You're just signing your name.
Yeah.
It matters even less.
It matters even less.
I'd be surprised if your boss goes through and goes, there's Raven's signature.
I know.
She
won't.
This one. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm noticing Samantha's name's not on this list.
I know.
That bitch.
Yeah.
Well, I have 4 hours left in my last shift. I'm going to kill her.
Yeah. No, yeah, she won't. She'll open it and see that it was like a goodbye card, and then she'll close it and put it in her bag.
Exactly. And then go home and put it on her like kitchen table.
Yeah.
And then in a day or two, throw it out.
Yeah. 100%. That's what'll happen. I was going to say something else and I forgot. Man, I hate that.
Well, in that case, I'm going to take on over. Oh, you thought of it? You have it?
My foot opened yesterday.
Yes, it did.
So
the foreign body. For those following along, Raven has a foreign body inside of her foot, and yesterday
it opened. I kicked a box on accident, and I looked down, and there was a big red spot through my sock. And I took my sock off, and my big foot bump was bleeding, and it was so disgusting. And I put a cotton ball on it and a Band-Aid, and I proceeded to walk around the rest of the night with one barefoot foot and one foot in a sock and a crock, because my barefoot foot wouldn't fit in my crock with the cotton ball. It became too tall. So I had one barefoot foot. Yeah.
I don't think we should dwell on this.
Okay. But I'm mad because my doctor told me the thing in my foot needs to get out ASAP, and no one can do anything about it until January 11th.
ASAP.
That was mean.
That's what you said.
ASAP.
This thing out of my foot. ASAP.
Yeah. ASAP. And no one can see my foot until January 11th. Apparently, urgent cares don't take glass out of feet.
Well, they are. I guess. Yeah, they neither care nor do they experience urgency.
No,
those places are a joke.
People only go there.
It's helpful.
All they can handle is people who go there and go, "I'm sniffing," and then they go, "Here's an antibiotic," and then you leave.
And then the other half of the time they go, "You have to go see a different person."
Yeah.
And you're like, "What are you?"
Yeah.
What do you do here?
Yeah. And you know what's crazy?
They go, I check your blood pressure and your weight. I ask you if you're smoking, and then I blame whatever you have on those things.
Yes.
Your answers to those questions are what's wrong.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I know.
You smoke? Oh, okay. Well, that's why you have night terrors.
Yeah.
Duh. Yeah, that's why you're depressed. Stop smoking. Oh my God, your blood pressure. Well, that's why you have fucking anxiety.
Yeah.
What about your thyroid, though?
Oh my God. Let me just vent about that for a second. My stupid doctor, I hate her so much. I cannot wait until January when I have insurance and I can get a new doctor. Won't give me my Lexapro because she wanted to check my thyroid levels.
Mm-hmm.
I got blood work done. She got my thyroid results. They were normal. My thyroid has been normal for the past year. I requested a refill of my Lexapro again. Denied.
And what was her reasoning for the second denial?
Patient should contact prescriber first. And I know...
What do you mean? The person who you asked?
Yes.
To refill the prescription?
Like, she wants me to talk to her first. She wants to have a conversation.
Dude.
Which, I know what the conversation is going to be. Do you know? You want me to tell you?
I can imagine, but yes.
I'm going to go in there. I'm going to sit down. She's going to go, Raven, how was your talk with the...
oh, God.
With the... social worker. How did that go? Did that help you at all? And I'm gonna go, No. Can you approve my Lexapro refill? Please?
Yeah.
Thank you. So I can go pay the woman at the front $40 for this conversation?
Christ. That's so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, yeah. Yep.
I know.
Yeah.
I want to ask my pharmacist if she'll, like, call.
Yeah.
And be like, you need to approve it. I'm calling for a refill approval. Approve it.
Yeah.
Like,
seriously.
Because that's why she won't do it. Because she wants me to go in there and talk to her, which I have to pay $40 for.
Which is so fucking annoying. I hate American healthcare.
I want to call her and be like, I'm not coming in there and paying $40 for you to ask me if my talk with the woman who told me to go on a daily swim helped my anxiety.
Yeah.
It didn't. Now approve my medicine.
Oh, have you tried swimming?
Yeah.
Listen, bitch. Where am I swimming?
Yeah.
Have you thought about your gym? Get out of town.
I'm not.
No,
it's not realistic. That's not a real thing. And like low key,
fucking dumb.
Part of me is like, I might not even go back to her. Like it's so close to January. I have the other anxiety medicine that she gave me. Mm-hmm. I might just stick it out with that and hope I don't get brain zaps and wait for January and then just find a new doctor and ask them.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to deal with it.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Man, that sucks.
Like, I'm so over her.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was my doctor rant.
Yeah. Well, okay, so back to sports.
And now we're back.
And back to sports.
Yeah.
A couple of questions I have for you.
Okay.
So I know that you're not a sports girly.
No.
We've made that clear.
Yeah.
But, is it because of a lack of competitiveness or a lack of, like, I guess, like, athleticism?
Both.
Do you think that, let's say you grew up
mm-hmm.
and you were, like, super fucking athletic
mm-hmm.
for, like, the early chunk of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that would have changed the trajectory?
Maybe.
Like, do you think that people get interested in sports because they're good at sports? Are you that kind of person who, like, if I'm not good at something, I lose interest in that 100%.
Thing?
Okay.
I am that person. Yeah.
I'm kind of that person,
when I was little, I did soccer and gymnastics at the same time.
Oh, samesies.
And I remember our dad being like, you can't do both. You have to pick one. It's like expensive. A time thing. It's expensive. We don't have time.
Yeah, gymnastics was expensive.
And I don't remember what I chose. I think it might have been gymnastics. But if it wasn't, I remember being in gymnastics. I'm a big comparer also. Like, I compare myself to everyone who's around me.
Yeah.
And there was a girl in my gymnastics class named Lexi.
Okay.
And her mom was the coach.
Ooh.
And Lexi was doing flips and balance beam flips and cartwheels.
Yeah.
From when she came out the womb.
Yeah.
And I remember, even at that age, I don't know how old I was, maybe like 5, 6, 7.
Mm-hmm.
I remember so clearly sitting in the gymnastics gym and like watching her be light years ahead of everyone else in our group, and me being like, what's the point?
Man,
I'm not on her level, so what's the point?
Yeah, that's sad that you had that at that young of an age.
Like, yeah, and I remember being like, I'm not anywhere near what she is, so like I'm never gonna be good at this.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that problem also stemmed from how good I was at like school.
Yeah,
like there was stuff in my life that
gifted and talented pipeline.
There
into
was
depression and anxiety.
Yeah, there was stuff that came to me so easy.
Yeah,
and in my head I was like, that's how it should be.
Right,
like everything should come to me that easy, and I should be that good that quickly. So in sports, when I wasn't, I was like, this. What am I even doing here? This is stupid. I'm never gonna be her.
Yeah,
like
God.
So
I relate to this.
Gymnastics didn't hit for me. Like, I wasn't like, I'm going to improve myself and I'm going to be fucking a conqueror. I was just like, quit.
Yeah.
I'm a big quitter, too. I quit a lot.
Yeah.
And then I played soccer when I was little.
Yeah, I remember that because Dad coached and I would go to the practices because I loved soccer and I played soccer.
Uh-huh.
And for the runs to get you guys to run, it would just be chase Jesse. And then I would just run around the soccer field and everyone would try and chase me. And then eventually I would give up and let you guys catch me. But
that's why I think I chose gymnastics in the gymnastics versus soccer debate, because I remember more of gymnastics than I do of soccer.
Yeah, I also remember soccer a good amount too. Because I remember that
little
little like waiting room area with all the chairs.
You're talking about gymnastics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it was right on our street too.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, I remember doing gymnastics for a little bit.
And those were the only two sports I played. After that, I was done with sports. I went right to saxophone.
Right to the saxophone.
Yeah, and you know what I did with that? Quit. Yep, I quit when I got to 7th grade, and Daddy wanted to punch me right in the face because he bought me a silver saxophone.
It was a nice saxophone.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my sports journey wasn't.
People.
No, I'm not a music person either. You know why? Because I wasn't good. I wasn't good at it immediately.
We're not music people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I've been playing soccer my entire life since like 3 years old. It feels like I played for a really long time, all the way until high school, and then in high school I quit.
Yeah.
And it fucking breaks my heart
looking
back on it and stuff like that. I had an injury, and I had tendonitis in my knee, and then my coach made me keep practicing and keep running, and then I ended up getting tears in my muscle on my other side because I was running weird.
Yeah.
Because of me trying to compensate for my knee hurting.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day he was like, all right, run with the freshmen then. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, I had doctor's notes.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't go run with the freshmen.
Yeah.
Then. And I was like, no, you don't understand.
Who was this person? Name him.
Beckloff.
I don't know if
Coach
I know
Beckloff. Him. He was the older guy. He did like freshman gym.
Did he have white hair?
Yeah. He was like skinny, kind of.
Yep, I know who it is.
The only thing I respect the guy, and like looking back, I have a different perspective on some of it. Yeah. Not that particular incident. I think he was 100% in the wrong.
Yeah.
But there are parts about him that I respect and I like.
Yeah.
I like a coach. I don't think that it's 100% necessary depending on the sport.
Mm-hmm.
But I respect a coach who can do what they're asking of their players.
Yes.
So, like, when he says, go on a 5-mile run, he could do a 5-mile run.
Right.
And he used to do 5-mile runs, like, every morning.
Yeah.
So, like, I respect that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Mr. Jordan, the fucking track coach.
Oh, my God.
On his wheelie scooter and stuff. Like, that man.
I think I saw him.
Don't ask me to take 5 steps,
I think
sir.
I saw him at Disney once, and he was on the fucking knee scooter.
He was always on the knee scooter, and it was like, brother, you're on that knee scooter because your ankles can't handle the tonnage, sir. Anyway. But yeah, he was kind of a jerk.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I had him for SAT prep.
I remember this one gym teacher.
And I was just like, dude, I'm smarter than you. I remember being like really cocky and just being like, this is so dumb.
We had this
because I skipped it a couple times.
Yeah.
And Dad was pissed because he was like, we're paying for this SAT prep, and I was like, I don't need SAT prep. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Everything will be fine.
Alyssa and I had this one gym teacher freshman year who, the gym teachers also taught health.
Yes.
And her name was like Weinberger or Weisberger or something like that.
Okay.
I'll have to confirm, but that was like her last name. And I will never forget this one gym class. Me and Alyssa bring this up all the time. First of all, when you're in high school, when you're a freshman, and you're already like made fun of by everyone else just for being a freshman.
Yeah, which was so dumb. I don't
understand like that. How I can't avoid this.
I feel like
this is my age.
It's literally a circular thing. It's like cyclical because like when you're the freshman, you're getting made fun of and you're like, I don't understand what's going on. Yeah. Just like you said, you're like, I can't help this.
Yeah, like, this is like where
not
I
many
have to be.
people skip grades. I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Yeah.
And then you become a sophomore and you're like, finally.
Yeah.
Finally, I get to fucking you.
It's because you're made fun of so bad. You're like, I can't wait to stop being this
and become
older.
I'm gonna shit on freshmen so hard.
First of all, when you're fragile when you're a freshman.
Yes.
Like, this is the reason that I pretty much sat out of gym for everything my entire, like, high school career. All it takes is one person to be like, I don't want that fatty on my team.
Oh, God.
For you to be like,
bullying?
I'm going to sit out of everything in this class for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather sit out and get a 0 than get made fun of by that schmuck over there.
Yeah, that
like, because you're fragile, you're awkward, you have to wear the yellow Central shirt that, like, no one looks good in and is a size too small, and you're like, this is a nightmare. This is a nightmare. Everyone's really yelling at me, like, so you're fragile, you're awkward, you hate your body, like,
you have to
all
change
it takes
before and after in the locker room.
In the locker room, which, like, you've never had to do before.
I developed a way to, I would do this thing where I would put my sleeves or my arms in my sleeves and still have my shirt on.
Yeah.
And then I would put my arms through the sleeves of the next shirt.
Yep.
All while still wearing the first shirt. That way, in one fell swoop, I could take off this shirt and put on the new shirt so that I didn't have to expose my upper body at all.
Yep.
Because I'd rather go through that awkward nightmare than change in a booth.
Yeah.
Or like a stall, like a bathroom stall. Because just changing in the stall, you might as well carry around a flag saying, I'm insecure.
Yep.
Point at me.
Yep.
And then you have some fucking asshole in the locker room who just yells out, my penis is out.
Yep.
And then if you look in that general direction, gay.
Yep.
You're gay. You looked. You thought my penis was out. You're gay.
Yeah.
And it was just like this whole fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
and then, getting bullied was the fucking worst.
Yeah.
I got told several times I should wear a bra. And that absolutely fucking destroyed me. And then I'm playing soccer. And the coach is like, hey, so you're on the skins team. So just take your shirt off. And now you're
is unreal.
And now you're shirtless. And there goes the girls' soccer team. They're running laps around our field.
Yep. Yeah, it's a breeding ground.
Put me down like a fucking horse. Put me down.
It's a breeding ground for insecurities. So the point I'm trying to make is Weinberger, whatever her name was, in this health class.
Yeah, this.
We're talking about someone makes some comment about how, like, women, or not even women, because we're 13, 14?
Yeah.
Girls like, are self-conscious because their boobs are small. And she's like, well, you shouldn't be self-conscious because the girls with big boobs, that is just fat. It's pure fat, and, like, it's not good to have that much body fat. And then she goes on a rant. She was like, and if you have big hips and you're self-conscious of your big hips, don't worry about that, because the girls with small hips, you know how much pain they're going to be in trying to give birth? It's going to be horrible for those girls with small hips. And me and Alyssa were just like, what's happening?
All right, so I've got a lot of fat, but I'm gonna give babies no problem. Like, this is confusing for me to hear at this age. Also, that's crazy.
It was crazy.
That is traumatizing.
She was just going,
I cannot imagine.
I still remember it. She was like,
I can't even.
She was just going off about, like, oh, you have this trait about your body? Well, this is why that sucks. And you have this trait about your body? This is why that sucks. And we're all, like, 13-year-old girls, like, just, like, deers in headlights, like, oh, my God.
Me?
Yeah.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah. That lady was such a bitch. I will never, ever forget that.
Yeah. That's like when I used to just tell myself that I was bigger because I had big bones.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just big boned.
Who ruined that for you, Mr. Thevon?
Mr. Thevon ruined that for me.
God bless
Our biology, anatomy, and physiology teacher.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great guy, great teacher.
He's a great guy.
But he's also, like...
Ruthless.
Ruthless is a good word for it. Yeah, for sure. He just fucking one day was like... I forget how it came up. I think we were learning about, like, the skeletal system and stuff like that. And he was just like, oh, by the way... He's like, if you've ever heard anybody say they're big boned, he's like, that's a fucking lie.
Yeah.
There's no such thing. Your bone, you might have like greater bone density and blah, 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 blah. But he's like, one person's bones are not thicker or bigger than any other person's bones to the point where it makes them look bigger.
Yeah.
Like, that's not a thing. And I remember being like, well, there goes that shield of defense I had. Oh, no.
Yep. I would still tell people that. And I just hope they didn't have Mr. Thiebaud as a teacher.
Oh, I stopped saying it.
One time, I was in Mr. Thiebaud's class, and I sat at a table with a friend of mine at the time, Nicole.
I know.
And she took her sweatshirt off and like put it on the thing, and there was like some spill or something on the lab table. And he came over to our table and he grabbed the sweatshirt and he was like, "Is this your sweatshirt?" And she was like, "Oh, it's my boyfriend's sweatshirt. Like he just gave it to me." And he was like, "Great." And he wiped the table with her sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
Like, he was ruthless. He did not care about anything.
Yeah, I remember one time, so I was in anatomy and physiology in his class as a junior, and there were a lot of seniors in the class also.
Yeah.
And so the seniors are like applying to colleges and like getting into colleges and stuff like that. And he was like, "Hey, did anybody hear back? They're going into college, blah, blah, blah." And this one girl raises her hand and she's like, "Yeah, I got into West Virginia University." And he goes, "Oh, cool." He goes, "You know, that's where they invented the toothbrush." And she's like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, because if they had invented it anywhere else, it would have been called the teeth brush."
Yeah.
What I'm saying, Amanda, is that people in West Virginia are stupid. Congratulations on going to that university. Try not to burn couches and drink yourself to death, okay? And I remember just everyone was like, Jesus Christ. This girl is excited that she even got into a college and isn't going to OCC like everyone else.
Yeah.
In Central.
Yeah.
That was like the biggest thing was like, man, if people had to go to that particular community college, and it's honestly, there's nothing wrong with OCC.
Yeah.
It's just the perception. There's like so much, there was at least, I don't know how it is these days, but there used to be so much stigma.
Oh, yeah.
Around staying at home and going to OCC, Ocean County College, or Ocean College.
When I was in
County Community College.
Ocean County College. When I was in high school, everyone just said it was like going to 2 more years of Central. Yeah,
it was 13th grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, which is crazy because I had the STARS program. I could have gone there for free and then gone to Rutgers for free. And instead of that, I chose $200,000 worth of student loans.
I did the same thing. I got so many scholarships from Oswego and then was like, I think it ended up costing like, with all the scholarships, it was like $12,000 a year. And
that's
I remember
still a lot.
I know it is, but comparatively, I told Daddy I wanted to transfer to Montclair and was like, so it was $12,000 a year at Oswego and is now $112,000 a year for me to go to Montclair. But I'll be closer to home.
Daddy, I'll get to see you more. Jesus.
And he supported it. God bless him.
Yeah, no, he's a G in that regard.
Yeah, and that's 2 more schools I did not play sports at. And I will say that at Oswego,
college sports are totally different.
They were big into ice hockey.
Yeah,
and the school did not have an official mascot. And
which is so wild.
It is wild. I don't know if that's changed since I've been there. It's been a long time. But at the time I was there, they did not have an official mascot. They did have an unofficial mascot who was just a kid who showed up to games in a Yeti costume.
Wild.
Yeah.
Is it SUNY?
SUNY Oswego. You're looking it up.
Yeah, and I'm confused because the words are telling me Wildcat, but all I'm seeing is a picture of a bird.
There's a lot of other SUNY schools.
I know. This is SUNY Oswego.
Oh. Maybe they have a mascot now.
What's your, are they called the Wildcats?
I don't know.
Jesus, who knows, man?
The Montclair is the Hawks or something.
Yeah, no, I didn't type in Montclair, to be fair.
Okay. Which I thought was, I remember being, like, embarrassed because I went from the Eagles to the Hawks.
Oh, they're the Eagles.
No. Central's the Eagles. Montclair is the Hawks.
I understand now.
Yeah.
It's fine. I was the Terps, short for terrapin.
At least that's
a type of turtle.
Not a bird.
No, it's a type of turtle. And it's like, yeah, it was. I mean, it's fun. I love it. And our mascot's name is Testudo, and we love him.
It's cute.
And the reason that we are the Terrapins is because it's a unique type of turtle that's native to that area, the Chesapeake Bay and stuff like that. And Terrapins cannot move backwards. They can only move forwards.
Cute.
Which is like, oh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Thing. But yeah. So anyway, I played soccer a long time. There were a lot of times when I played for a traveling team where we would travel around. That was the Brick Blackjacks. Which, what a fucking dumb name. You're going to name us after a card game?
Yeah, it's silly.
The Blackjacks? It's so stupid. But whatever, okay, I played for that team. And we were really good. And that's when I really learned a lot of like more intense soccer stuff. Like the practices were insane. Kids would be throwing up after like runs and stuff.
Jesus.
And then you have like Mom and like Michael D'Amelio's mom, Dina and Gina.
Yeah.
And they would be like, Brian, you have these boys stop running right now.
Yeah.
And he would just, he's like old school, like military, like just like, no, the boys must run.
Oh my God.
He was just like so intense. But he also like, he taught us how to foul.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if the ref is over here, then you can pull his jersey on this side.
That's so funny.
Or he would teach you like, okay, if, and then this happened in a game, there was this one kid who played defense for us who also had a bowl cut, so we connected.
Incredible.
And his name was Joey. And there was a time when he broke through our defense, and it was like, he still had a good way to run, but he was essentially going to be one-on-one with the goalie.
Yeah.
Joey, small, very fast.
Yeah.
Sprinting. And just reaches forward, grabs the back of his jersey, and just rips it back.
Yeah.
Gets, I can't remember at the time, he either gets a red card or a yellow card. And I remember Coach Brian being like, that's good job.
Yeah.
Well done, son. That's exactly what I taught you to do. That's called a professional foul.
Yeah.
And it happens. We saw in the final of the World Cup.
No,
we saw it a couple times where players are like intentionally like just sweeping out people's legs because they're like, we need to slow things down.
Yeah, no, there was one that one that I particularly remember by a Argentine player, Acuna.
Oh yeah, Acuna. Yeah, where
and
he like
the announcer, they replayed it and he just like walked over to the guy and essentially like with his leg so that the guy tripped really bad.
Yep.
And he got a yellow card, and the announcer's like, yeah, that was a necessary yellow card, because in his head he's thinking, I cannot let you get past me by any means necessary.
Yeah.
Like, you must be stopped.
100%.
So this is how you will be stopped.
It really gets like that.
Yeah. And respect.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to watch. Especially when your team is doing the necessary foul, you're like, oh, hell yeah, good thinking. But when it happens to you, you're like, what the fuck, man? You're just going to go ahead and foul me?
Yeah.
And it happens in basketball, too, and it drives me nuts because, like, basketball games can get so fucking boring towards the end where it's like the winning team, or the team who's winning will pass the ball in, and then the defending team will just immediately go over and bear hug them and grab them because maybe they'll miss the foul shots. And then I get the ball. Our team gets the ball back.
Yeah.
So it's a way to stop the clock. Yeah. Immediately get the ball back and all this shit. And it's just like,
annoying.
I understand that that's how the rules are, and you're playing how the rules are making you play. But it's just like, Jesus Christ, it's so fucking boring.
I know. I feel that.
That's why I can't watch basketball, or even American football seems to like lose my interest these days because stopping,
I'm not interested in anything.
It just stops and everything, and I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
That's why
I'll watch the Super Bowl for Rihanna, but that's pretty much it.
Is she the halftime? Mm-hmm. Is anyone else? Has anyone else been announced?
The only person that I'm aware of is Rihanna.
Okay.
There's probably more people. I just don't know them yet.
Yeah, I'll watch the Super Bowl. But I have no skin in the game.
Yeah, no, me neither.
I have no idea. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan, but I have no clue where
I do believe they just got beat by the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Like I said, haven't watched a single game in 2 years.
I know.
Other than the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl, I barely watch. I really just...
It's fine. 2022 and 2023 are soccer years for us, so...
Yeah, big time.
Where are we at? Because I really have to poop.
We can wrap it up.
Okay.
Yeah. You really have to go?
So bad.
Okay, cool. Well, gang, this was our sports episode, and we talked a lot about a million different things.
Yeah.
Got some ranting off of our chests. We talked a lot about bullying. Don't be a bully, guys. It fucking sucks.
No, it sucks so bad. You remember that shit. You remember it forever.
Thank God the internet didn't really exist in those time periods, man. If there was like cyberbullying on top of everything else,
oh my God,
fucking forget about it, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just not worth it. And if you're being bullied, just know that we sympathize with you and we're on your side. Unless you're a bad person, and then, I'm gonna bully you. Yeah. Just kidding. But I've both been the bully and I've been bullied, and it fucking sucks, and I regret all of that, and now I'm friends with the people that I bullied, and
good. How the turntables.
Learned a lot, and yeah, I mean, I was ridiculed. I've been called homophobic slurs, so like I fucking get it. But anyway, we love soccer. We love Lionel Messi. Congratulations to Argentina for winning the World Cup. You guys absolutely deserve it. Great. Thanks so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Hessy and Maven. Please send us emails at hessyandmaven@gmail.com for maybe future topics. If you have any questions for us or anything that you want to add on any of the topics that we talk about, follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Hessy and Maven, one word. And tune in next week where we talk about something else.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.